Are you ready to hit the town, John?
I think so, because following Hanako to the library seems a bit intrusive, and there was a reason she left the classroom after all. So I think we are ready to hit the town.
Yeah, I think we should give her some space.
Yeah. And that aside, I do want to catch up with Lily. At the very
Oh.
least, I'd like to thank her for looking out for me despite her other hobbies.
We're hanging out with Lily. Are we going down Lily's route?
Oh, hang on. Let me see.
I mean, listen. I know that we were gunning for Rin, but if we're locked to Lily at this point, it's fine.
I think maybe we are going down Lily's path, but I'm not sure how to confirm that. I don't know at what point. So,
Okay.
guys and girls, I'm on my side of the screen. I'm looking up various flowcharts and walkthroughs and stuff like that to make sure Julian's doing what he would like to do.
It's all right.
Basically.
Listen. Hey, I felt a little bit conned when I was like, "Yeah, just go for it," and then I was like, "Well, you're with Emmy now."
That's it. If the game thinks if you want to be a sporty boy and you want to go doing something stupid with a heart condition, then you may as well be with the crazy sporty chick who likes doing silly things.
I think I cock-blocked myself last episode.
Yeah, you did. You could have had fun times in the equipment shed.
Oh no! That's not why. That's not what I was bothered about. I think last episode when I decided to open up about my condition.
No, I think the only time that's
because
not
we've not had many
time
opportunities
to
around.
pretend
You know what? Maybe we're still fine.
Maybe we're still fine.
We'll see. But
We'll see.
That being said, I don't mind going down Lily's route because she also seems like a very nice chick. So it's all good. She seems like a swell gal.
I guess I'll walk around town. With any luck, I should be able to find Lily. The exercise will do me some good as well. Walking through the school courtyard to the gate, I give a small nod to a couple of passing classmates, the gesture being returned in kind. Even from here, the shouts of the sports club members can be heard. From the sheer volume of the din, the track must be packed right now. I remember what Lily said yesterday about being dropped right into the middle of a busy time for the school. While I'm trying to get my bearings and catch up on study that I've missed, everyone else is doing normal school activities. The feeling of being a foreigner still hasn't dissipated. At least, not yet. Well, I guess not everything's bad. This is a private school, and that much is easily noticed when walking around outside. Not only are the school grounds huge, but the buildings themselves are immaculate and quite divorced from the dime a dozen concrete blocks of public schools.
Yeah.
There's also the fact that there's a much stronger feeling of community here, or at least a friendlier atmosphere. At my old school, it was generally accepted that people would keep to their little clique and be done with it.
Yeah.
Eventually, I reach the gate and begin to walk down the road and into town.
Doing some light exercise, I love it.
Yep. Well, that was fairly productive. Having seen a fair portion of town, even including the houses perched on the hills around the outskirts, I decide to take a walk around the park before heading back. Living in the city all my life, the total lack of smartly dressed businessmen and fashionably dressed girls strikes me as incredibly unusual. All that's to be seen are the odd elderly person shuffling along the sidewalk and assorted, busily chatting pairs of middle-aged women outside small storefronts. Yep. Walking along the road to the park quickly distracts me from them, though, making me realise that perhaps I pushed myself further than I should have done to see as much as I could. As my breath begins to wheeze and my chest tightens more and more, I give up on the prospect of soldiering on.
Dude, you need to fucking take it easy.
Yeah, he does.
Teenagers are so fucking stupid.
Well, can't be helped.
I suppose the brain isn't fully developed, so...
No. After a quick glance around the park as I enter, I take a seat on a wobbly old bench that I notice near a couple of vending machines. For minutes on end, I sit with my head bent over, forcing myself to take deep breaths.
Good.
I feel more like an old man than a teenager who should be in the prime of his life. I know that feeling.
Yeah, I know that feeling.
The stay in the hospital, the surgery, and the medications must be taking their toll on me. Damn it! Eventually, my breathing returns to normal, and the muscles in my chest loosen, not without a fair measure of relief. I guess this means the end of my little sojourn, though, in any case. There's a cafe on the far corner, so I'll stop by to quench my thirst before heading back.
Yay! Let's have a
A
little
little bell
coffee.
above the door signals my arrival to an empty counter. For a few
You okay?
moments, I stand there waiting, my eyes every now and again looking from one end of the counter to the other, searching for a service bell.
Oh!
Oh,
Oh!
eventually a door some ways behind the counter opens, the person emerging from it taking me by complete surprise.
Yuko? Hi, I had no idea you worked here.
I really have no idea how to address her either, given that she is technically school staff as well as apparently a waitress.
Yes,
She quickly paces up to the counter before flinging her upper half downwards in an overactive bow.
welcome to the Shanghai. May I take your order?
Straight down to business, I see.
Fair enough. I don't know. Well, some coffee, please? Yes, certainly. I'll make it right away and bring it to you when it's done. Thanks.
Thanks. Yuko's formality takes me aback. She seems to take her job very seriously.
Fair enough.
Obeying her instructions, I turn around and quickly glance around for a free table. Fucking hell, that was hard.
Quickly grunts.
Considering the cafe seems to be empty, this is a simple task to accomplish.
It's alright, man. Reading's hard.
It is hard. Oh, as I walk towards the table adjacent to the window, I notice a flash of yellow around one of the table dividers.
Yeah. Okay. Oh!
Sure enough, no more than a glance is needed to ascertain that it's a certain Satu at the table. That said, I don't recognize the suited figure across the table from her. Blonde, fair-skinned, and only a little shorter. She? I think she must be a relative. Since the two are all but silent as the suited figure takes a swig from a cup of coffee, I decide to greet Lily. Some part of my coming here was in order to meet her, after all. Oh, you dog.
Hi, Lily. Hisso? Yeah, nice to see you again.
The suited girl looks up, noting my uniform with a relaxed smile.
Red eyes, dude. What the hell is that about?
Yeah.
There's some anime shit right there.
Yeah.
Know each other? I guess.
It's as good an approximation of our relationship as I can think of.
Care to take a seat?
She says this to the air beside me, but the message is clear enough, and I take a seat beside her.
I suppose some introductions might be in order. Hissa, this is Akira Satu, my older sister. Akira, this is Hissa Nakai, another Yamaku student. Oh, big sis.
Looks like my guess was correct. The newly introduced Akira gives a nod, which I return.
We're down the Lily line, aren't we?
Yeah, we are down the Lily line, but you know what's really interesting?
Mm-hmm.
Is that it was a decision, a seemingly irrelevant decision that we made way back at the start. Do you remember when they were like, is there anything else you'd like to know about? When Shizune and Misha were like, is there anything else you'd like to know about? And it was either ask about the library, ask about Shizune's deafness, or I think I've got everything I need to know. Well,
Seriously?
if you ask about the library, it's Hanako and Lily. Sorry, oh shit, spoilers! Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert!
Yeah,
spoiler
I'll put a spoiler warning, don't worry.
Thank you. If you ask about the library, it's Hanako and Lily, and then the choice we made just there of like go into town or go to the library is when you decide between them. If you ask about Shizune's deafness, it takes you to Shizune, I think. And then if you say, I think I have everything I need to know, that unlocks a certain thing for Rin, I think. But otherwise, you're just down Team Lily.
You know what?
Yeah.
Since you haven't played this game in how many years?
Oh, 5? No, longer than that. What am I talking about?
A long time. You haven't
yeah,
played this game in a long time.
Yeah.
Lily is your waifu.
Yeah.
I like Lily as well. She's a pretty good girl. We're gonna go down the Lily timeline.
Okay, nice.
Okay?
What I don't return, however, is the almost analytical gaze with which she looks me over. As she does so, Yuko walks up to the table and carefully places the coffee on the table before bowing and taking her leave.
Yeah, that was difficult to read, don't worry. I looked at it for a second and I was like, eh?
Yeah. Gently bringing my hand to the side of the cup, I realize that it's already at just the right temperature to drink. After taking a sip, the flavor turns out to be just as good as the temperature. Oh my, Yuko seems a lot better at this than being a librarian. Wow, shade. I take a good long drink before relaxing into the seat. It takes a mere seconds for Akira's examination to come to an end. Apparently becoming quickly bored with the activity, she turns to her sister.
Well, fuck. What am I gonna give her big sister?
She's
big
like
sister's
cool.
voice. She's cool.
She's cool.
She's cool, right?
She's cool.
Fuck. I'm gonna cut this out. Don't worry. Fuck me. Let me just think. I need to just. Cool. So, how's school recently? She? No. Been around lately, she?
It seems Akira is entirely unconcerned with someone she doesn't know at all, listening to everything they say.
Yeah, Akira is a mobster. 30s mobster.
Okay. Hence the suit. Not that I mind. Leaving them to their chatting, I sit back and continue drinking the pleasantly aromatic coffee.
People who are really into this game are going to be like, what the fuck? What the actual fuck, Julian? What's wrong with you? Huh, sounds like it's pretty busy for you then. At least, I'm not cooking your meals after school anymore.
As they talk, I slowly realize that I'm entirely unable to gauge Lily's emotions through her eyes, as I would for any other person. It becomes slightly unsettling as I subconsciously focus on that fact.
Man, whoa, so cold. Weren't you just cooking for yourself anyway? I only ever got leftovers. That's not the point. Are you managing to feed yourself at least? I could cook from... What the fuck? No, Julian, you asshole. No, I'm not going to 30s mobster. I can't do this. It's dumb. It's too dumb. I know I did.
Dumb.
It is too dumb.
Alright.
I can cook without... I can cook without blowing myself up, you know. There we go. Mostly. I'm just gonna go normal. I'm cool. Okay. I don't know. Fuck me. It's hard. It is hard. It's fine. I need to learn sometime anyway. Lily?
Everyone present is momentarily distracted by Yuko, who places a cup of tea on the table for Lily. Taking the moment to glance at her watch, Akira levers herself off the seat and gives me a quick nod.
Well, I'd better be off. It was nice talking to you, Lily. Akira, do you have to?
Lily looks genuinely mournful at her sister suddenly leaving.
Oh.
It does seem like she might have the wrong idea.
Sorry, I need to get back to work. They'll be on my neck again if I don't make it back quickly.
So informal. Akira's trim and tidy appearance would give anyone the wrong impression of her.
Bye, Akira. Come on, don't look so down. I'll be around again. See yous.
With that, she waltzes out of the Shanghai with her hand held high. See ya! Lily's still looks pretty depressed, so I try to make some small talk in an effort to take her mind off it.
She seems nice. She sounded like a bit of like a gangster earlier, but kind of weird.
She had like an Al Capone vibe to her.
So cool.
So cool,
We used to live together, but now that I live at school, we hardly ever see each other. Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah, it is a shame. Despite Lily having been quite affable, I still don't really know much about her. In hindsight, it's surprising just how much he's extracted from me, really. It's because you're gushing, you're practically simping, man. You're like, oh, Lily, yeah, ask about me. Let me tell you everything about my arrhythmia and my heartbreak, and oh, God.
I don't
You know?
think that's simping, John.
No, it's not.
That's just being conceited. Simping would be if you were just following Lily silently,
Right.
just chucking money at her.
Well, using words that I don't understand properly is the
Uh,
John Crook way.
Oh,
So,
it's okay. Yeah, I
there
do the
you
same
go.
thing, as you can tell. You know, in the earlier Wind Waker
Yeah.
episodes where I'm philosophizing and I'm editing
English
it,
is
and
the
I'm like,
second language for you, so I mean,
You used to live together? Was it somewhere around here? It was pretty far south, so the trip into Yamaku was fairly long. With her working hours getting longer, and Yamaku being so far away, there was little choice in the end but to move into the dormitories.
well, that explains the chatter about cooking. Evidently regarding regaining her composure, she livens back up, at least in part.
I take it you're better rested now. Sorry? You sound less exhausted than you did when you first came in.
To be able to pick out my breathing like that, she must have pretty good ears.
She must.
She must.
Yeah. I ended up walking all over town, despite only planning on taking a short walk down here.
Reminded of my thirst from the walk, I lean forward to take a sip. Without further ado, Lily starts on her cup of strong-smelling tea. I guess I'd better get going back to Yamaku. There's only so long I can stall studying for, and I want to get a good night's sleep before the festival. Standing from my seat, I take the coffee-stained cup from the table.
You're leaving?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
You gotta head back as well? It's kinda late.
for a moment she pauses, before lifting her face over her teacup as if she was looking at me.
Yuko, could we have one more coffee, please?
Oh.
Oh. Actually, do you mind if we just pause the episode? I'm just gonna go to the toilet quickly.
Oh god, okay.
It's a piss break! It's a piss break! It's a piss break!
Right, I'm back. Sorry about that.
It's alright.
Alright. Okay, I'll bring it right away. That's, not so.
She gives a short giggle at my frank assessment of her maneuver. It's surprisingly childish and carefree, given her otherwise collected appearance.
Yeah, oh.
In the end, though, I have little reason to refuse. To be honest, I can hardly say no, all things considered. Giving a manufactured sigh, I take a seat opposite her. Oh, you're playing hard to get.
Oh. I'm actually, this is gonna sound silly, but I'm starting to warm up now. I'm starting to warm up to the idea. I was like, oh, fuck. Because I was like, you can only really have one mulligan. You know?
What do you mean one mulligan? Like a mess up, like a
yeah.
And we already have.
And we already have. So I think
this one apparently was predicted way back in the before times, before either of us were even thinking about decision trees.
Yeah. So it is what it is.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
Well, she wants some company.
Yeah. Want company then? I'd say that it's more that I was wondering.
I see she's in questioning mode again. She does seem to be unusually interested in me, or at least curious.
Fair enough. Do you have any siblings?
Not exactly an unexpected tangent.
Nah, only child. To be honest, the idea of having someone that close to me makes me a bit envious.
Interesting.
I raise an eyebrow, which of course goes unseen. The short silence communicates the question well enough.
It's just that others have said the same thing before. It's a difficult subject to try and think about objectively, given that I've always had someone like that.
I can mostly understand what Lily means, given that it would be hard to place oneself outside of a situation they've been in all their life. She and her sister must have a pretty close relationship. Taking pains to interrupt us as little as possible, Yuko dutifully comes over and places a cup on the table. Lily thanks her as I sit back, taking in this vexing girl in front of me.
Oh.
Yeah, the dialogue's changing up a bit. Despite always needing to be on her guard and in control of herself when talking to others, she has an almost childlike curiosity about other people. That said, those rare moments she seems to slightly lower her guard are the most insightful into how she thinks. Reaching forward for my drink, I realised something I probably should have noticed earlier. I think I'm starting to become kind of curious about her.
Oh.
Yeah, maybe you should have noticed that earlier. Despite making a good pace, it's already nightfall by the time I reach the large iron gates in front of the school. While it's nice to have plenty of time to wander around by virtue of living right next to the school, I can't help but get the feeling that very few students actually take the opportunity. Compared to the number of students I see milling around on campus during free time, it's startlingly rare to see anyone around town. Given the large number of accommodations and facilities that the school offers, many of them might simply not see any point in venturing outside, let alone people such as Hanako and Kenji. It makes me wonder if students like Shizune, Misha, and Lily are the exception for this school, rather than the norm. As I wander back to my dorm room, I continue to compare my old school with Yamaku. As I do so, I begin to be surprised that I managed to get even this used to everything that's happened to me. That was a weird syntax.
Yeah. Oh, thank goodness. No running with Kenji. Woof.
No running with Kenji. Those are always the worst.
I mean, I enjoy voice acting those moments because they're good fun.
My man.
My dude. My man.
My man.
My man.
The next day I wake up feeling a little lightheaded. It's almost noon already. Oh wow, you sleep, boy.
Oh.
Sleeping late is fine, since it's a Sunday and there are no classes.
No, you need to be up in the morning. Ready for church.
Gotta get up. Gotta get up. Gotta get up.
Joking. Anyway.
Not just a Sunday though, but the festival as well.
I forget it's Japan.
Yeah. From my window I can already see some people at the soba booth slinging noodles onto plates for people with a craving for low quality food. How do you know it's low quality? I haven't even tried it. I throw back a handful of my morning meds and ponder how to spend the day. There will be a few exams in the coming weeks, but I don't consider those as ominous as others, so I'm not as worried about them as I probably should be. With no urgent obligations regarding education, I should be free to spend the day at the festival as I like. Finishing my morning routine, I exit into the hallway, intending to go out and find something to eat. Passing by his door, I decide to see what Kenji's up to today out of impulse.
No.
I'm curious if he has any plans, since everyone is doing something. Then again, I can picture him having built a soundproof shelter in his room. Or possibly something like a fort, complete with no girls allowed sign. And with the girls crossed out and body scrawled underneath it. Knocking on his door, which is luckily devoid of any kind of sign, I hear again the unsettling clicking of at least 10 locks being pulled back. The door opens up a crack.
Who is it?
You're supposed to ask that before you open the door. Fucking nerd.
Oh, it's you. Damn, it's early.
It's not really that early.
What is it, my man?
Nothing. Was just gonna ask what you're gonna do today. Half the school is out there already.
Out where? Why?
What?
What? Is today special? Why are they there? Who are? I can hear them. It's loud. Don't tell me. Has the invasion begun?
He suddenly looks more alarmed.
Fuck me, dude. You chill out. What day is it, my man?
Yeah, I guess you can't see the big wooden booths outside and people selling stuff.
What the hell are you talking about? I have my curtains closed at all times to thwart the snipers. What?
It's the festival. You know that, right?
Oh shit. That's today. Oh, damn. Oh, damn. Damn it. I can't believe I forgot. I don't have my fort finished yet. This
Oh
is
man,
bad.
he was building a fort.
This is going to be a very bad day. It's good you told me this, my man. Oh, I nearly slipped there, my man.
Yeah,
This is
no.
going to be a bad day.
Why?
Oh, my man. They're going to be everywhere. The people outside my window socializing.
How dare they? Kenji rubs his temples nervously, suddenly looking very ill.
It's going to be loud as hell. Damn, and I was going to go out today, and now it's ruined. Everything is ruined. This is awful. This sucks. This sucks. What the hell? This really sucks. I can't go anywhere now. There's nowhere to run.
Wow, Kenji seems nervous. You could even say he's majorly freaking out.
I can't believe this. So, that's what today was. Damn. And I couldn't even prepare for it. I couldn't even brace myself, and now it's here. And I can't do anything. You should have told me this earlier, my dude. I mean, at least I know, but I could have known earlier. Imagine what I could have accomplished. Sorry? I thought you knew. So, I guess you're not gonna do anything today? The weather is even good. Yesterday was really windy, so I thought we would be cold. It's not though, so there's no reason to just stay inside. Yeah, you should check the festival out.
Kenji groans and covers his face with his hands.
Ah, no, I can't do it. They'll eat me alive out there, I know it. Oh, actually, I'm gonna say this. Poor Kenji has some social anxiety problems. That's a shame.
Yeah, clearly, yeah. That has to be a joke. But he said it with such a straight face. Relatively straight.
What are you going to do? We should hang out in here. You could help me build my fort. We might still make it if we work together.
I don't know. I'm pretty hungry, so I thought I'd get some food first and then check out the attractions. Your class project seemed pretty cool, and I gave a hand with it, so I want to see that one at least and chat with Lily, I guess. Speaking of that, don't you have any obligation for the project?
Are you out of your mind? That blind broad is up to no good. I can feel it in my spleen, my man. Her presence is like a dark shadow that's in the way of my great vision.
Oh, wow.
It's expected of blind people.
Oh, wow.
What? Besides, I thought you were also...
He holds up his hand to interrupt me.
Only legally. Metaphorically, I can see farther than any man before me has seen.
Oh, he's like a galaxy brain. Kenji looks stoically into the metaphorical distance to emphasize his statement, thrusting his chin forward to look manlier. Actually, it's just the corridor wall 2 meters away, but it's all the same.
Kenji, what do your elf eyes see? Feminists everywhere. I can see the future of mankind, and it's a dark one, unless the threat of woman is stifled. They are everywhere. We cannot
Fingers
get out.
start nervously, faster and faster, like he's trying to start a fire, then slowly begins to calm down once the panic attack finishes running its course.
Yeah, you need stop fingering that scarf. Whatever it did to you, dude.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to find some place to hide in a safe haven, and then knock the lights out of myself so I don't have to experience this horrible day. I have the perfect thing for that. I must prepare now. Don't go to the festival.
Okay.
Later, my dude.
The door slowly closes with a low creak, and I don't know how to feel about what Kenji just said.
No, neither do I.
Nope. After buying a plastic plate of takoyaki from a stall belonging to the class next to ours, I take a seat in the school gardens and watch people pass as I tentatively nibble away at the rather bland-tasting item.
Oof.
I guess I shouldn't complain. It's better than nothing and didn't cost much. As I look out towards the school, watching the people coming and going proves a surprisingly entertaining way of passing the time as I eat. Little children accompanied by parents or grandparents scamper about in the den from event to event, one hand dragging their company and the other bearing an oversized, colourful snack. I can't help but notice the age range among the people here is skewed towards the elderly, something that I'd also noticed when I was walking around town. This must be one of those towns where the only people left are those that lived here their whole lives and ardently refused to leave, and those wanted to live out the rest of their days in one of the increasingly few tranquil places. Sound familiar?
Yeah. Sounds very familiar.
I guess that also goes away to explaining how conservative Yamaku's school culture seems to be. Not that I mind one bit. I kind of like how calm Yamaku and its surroundings are. The heat, though, is another matter entirely. Sitting in one place for so long has focused my mind on how annoyingly humid it's getting, now that the hottest part of the day is here. I'd get a bit... Oh, yeah!
Alright. I guess we'll find out what has surprised
us in the next episode.
In the next episode. You know what to do. Hit the destroy the like button, right? Subscribe. Annihilate the subscribe button. All the buttons. Ring the bell until you wear down the clapper. Okay.
Absolutely.
And leave us an absolutely epic comment. Follow us on Instagram as well. You know, as always, any links are going to be in the description of the video. You know.
Yeah.
And leave us just a nice comment. And with that, we'll see you next time.
See you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Part-timers, we do this part-time. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe.